Yo,
Yo, how's it going, man?
good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Hell
It's
yeah.
a nice warm day outside, but not too warm. So, got my
It,
window open, enjoying the weather.
dude, it's warm here all the time in Florida every day. It's stinky and humid. Oh, it's
True.
awful. Yeah, I guess in Cali you'll just have that dry heat.
Yeah, like it's like 78 degrees and sunny
Oh, that's
right
not too bad.
now. No,
It's
it's
definitely
nice.
it's like 90 right now, I think, or like almost.
Yeah, that
It's a
10
bit too
degree
much.
difference, like from 78 to 88, is like the
No,
difference
insane. It's an insane
between
jump.
like so comfortable and miserable.
Yeah, exactly. I can't handle it whatsoever, but oh well.
Yeah, rip. Feel for you.
Yeah, that's
At least
okay.
the winters are nice.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I'm from Honduras, so I'm used to this.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's fine.
Okay, cool. So, what are we going over today? I think you mentioned that we're going over some Falco Peach, I think.
Yeah, it's Falco Peach definitely. I would say this is the matchup I've struggled with the most over like the past couple of years, and I feel like I'm not getting anywhere with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like in my region here in West Florida, there's so many peaches, so it's something that's unavoidable for me. But
Mm-hmm.
even after all the practice I've gotten, I feel like I'm not making any breakthroughs whatsoever.
Okay. Yeah, so yesterday I did a lesson that was like half Falco Peach, and I basically spent the whole half an hour talking about how, like, Peach is basically just gonna spam moves. And, like,
Yes, she does. Oh my
yeah,
gosh, she
and like
does
what
spam
she
moves.
wants is for you to actually try to interact with those moves.
Hmm.
And like in a matchup where you can potentially zero death off of an interaction and they're just throwing out random moves, then like yeah,
Hmm.
sure, it's fine to like scramble it up or whatever. But the fundamental defining aspect of the Peach matchup is that you have to win off of damage. And that's very
Hmm.
very frustrating because
It is very
you
frustrating.
don't win off of big hit into like big combo next stock. You win
Yeah,
off of like hold the line,
yeah.
hold the
Yeah,
line
you've hit
for
her
like
like 12 times, and then sure, maybe you
yeah.
got her then. Hell yeah,
Yeah, and
that's what it
so
feels
like
like.
I basically spent the whole time talking about yesterday that like this matchup is like you will have the opportunity to do good combos and to like get in there
Hmm.
and stuff like that,
Yeah,
but you have to like really set a precedent first that you will time them out basically.
really. Okay.
That you're down to camp for like unreal amounts of time.
Hmm.
Because what
Okay.
that will do is it'll force the peach to start moving. They'll actually have
Yes.
to move towards you instead of
Hmm.
just standing in place spamming moves hoping that you try to downer them.
Yeah, exactly. Because yeah,
So
then when Peach is actually trying to approach you, she's just very slow, and her approaches feel very predictable.
exactly. And so it's
Yeah.
like they just basically like from the peach end, a lot of peaches I would say are not good at this matchup at like a high level. And
Uh-huh.
I see it every time that Mango plays one because he just like insta like destroys them in like two
Yeah, I
seconds.
know.
And it's
Yeah,
just because like
I've gone through some of
usually
those spots.
what they do like the peach plan is like okay well Falco can't zero death me, so
Hmm.
like I'm kind of safe for a little bit. So their idea is that if they just kind of throw out moves and kind of like guess it up a little bit, but like they just sort of keep it somewhat smart that like eventually you'll just try to jump in and hit them, get hit, and then they have a way stronger punish game, and then as
Yeah,
soon as they get a lead, then they can just camp you out really hard.
yeah,
And like
uh-huh.
that's like their plan. And so like the thing that needs to come across in this matchup first of all is that when the matchup takes forever and it's really lame, it is not your fault. It
Yeah,
is
that's
like
fair.
the nature of Peach. And so I
Yeah,
just wanted to clear that up first
true.
that like a bunch of it is just going to be like oh here's a place where like you could interact but you need like more like laser damage essentially. Like
Yeah,
and so a lot of times you want to get like a lot of safe lasers. Like I would say a lot of times you're going to end up okay, the way to reduce it a little bit is you want to get to a percent where downer knocks Peach down.
yeah.
Because as soon as
That's like
downer knocks her down, then you can actually play against the float with some decent mix-ups.
yeah. Yeah. In that way, I find it similar to like Puff, whereas against Puff, I'm just trying to get her at 31%,
Mm-hmm. No,
like
and
yeah,
it's
like safely, and then I can. It's
yeah,
their
it's the
city.
same exact thing against Peach. I think it's a little bit higher. I think maybe
Yeah, I think
35 or
Peach is like
something, but
maybe
like I
like
don't remember
mid
exactly
high
what it is.
30s, some
But
shit like that.
essentially, like, your goal every stock is that, like, I'm going to take 0 damage getting Peach to this percent.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
so, like, every laser you get is just like a dub in this matchup. And it's just I went over yesterday and I was laughing a lot. Like, I had a good time, but it is a very frustrating matchup. Like,
Yeah.
ultimately the matchup is frustrating because they're essentially being like, can you do your job for 7 minutes
hmm
straight every game? And if you can, you win. And if you can't, they might like get a gamble and kill you.
Yeah.
And
I
so,
see.
like, basically, if Peach is in the air at low percent, then you can take a swipe at her. But if she's
Mm.
anywhere close to the ground, I wouldn't recommend it. And most of the time, what you're going to be doing is, okay, so let's see, the easiest way to reduce it, um, Peach is going to try to float above your lasers, right?
Yes, always. Yeah, she's always gonna be at like
When
that mid
she
laser height.
yeah, as soon as she floats above the laser height that'll actually hit her, that is your cue to leave the interaction entirely.
Okay.
Like, you
And she
don't want to
just
interact with
abandoned
it.
it.
And,
It's just
like, the
not
thing is,
worth
there
it.
are situations where you can do a mix and, like, wave dash it up tilt and stuff like that. And these
Yeah.
things are good, but it's like you. Basically, the Peach relies on you not being disciplined enough. And so when they go up for that float, you can retreating laser, you can full hop. The thing with retreating laser is like, because you kind of corners you, but if you retreating laser and insta full hop, that's fine. Normally the answer is to either go vertical or just like roll and get out of the way really fast. Um,
hmm
just completely avoid the float. And a lot of times you can get to a platform on a platform stage and then shoot a short hop laser from the platform that'll hit her out of it. Once you get her
Yeah.
back on the ground, your goal is to keep her from getting back up to the float height. So you
hmm
might have seen like low laser, high laser against Peach. Is that
Yeah.
something that you've seen where like her jump is just takes a while? And so if you do low laser, high laser, and the low laser hits her and she tries to full hop out of it, the high laser
Maybe.
will cancel her full hop.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what you want. And when you get that, oh, I've canceled Peach's full hop, that is like one of the only times that you're really like green light, like green lit to like approach.
Okay. I see.
So like when all this is happening, you should be thinking here like you don't care about hitting Peach here. If she gives you something for free, sure, but your goal should be you want laser damage. And something that's really important in this matchup is that the side platform is the strongest out of any Falco matchup, even more so than the Falco Ditto.
Mm,
Um,
really?
so the reason is that if she tries to nair you from, like, if she tries to come up from below, short hop down airs from the platform beat her options almost all the time, and so she can't
Mm,
really jump up from below. And also, if she runs up to try to jump up from below, you have runoff mix-ups on her. And so she overall doesn't want to like run into this range. And so what she's
mm.
gonna do is she's gonna float at this height so she can float over to you on the platform. And what
Yeah.
you can do is you can short hop laser to cancel her float and then
Yeah.
immediately nair or down air off the platform at her.
Yeah, because I guess in that case, like, sure, you might trade, but depending on percents, it probably will work out for you.
Yeah, it's usually going to work out for you just like the way the spacing works because she's falling out of the laser. So you get this nice like above angle. Like coming in
Mm,
against Peach from this angle, like above and slightly to the side is actually pretty strong.
okay.
Especially when she's in like the air like this. So like you can just get like a down air or something and get like a combo out of it. But the idea is that like this is like your safe house. Like she can't get to you on this platform at all.
hmm
And it's nice because if she gets really close, like let's say she gets here and you're uncomfortable, you can just dash short hop retreating laser over here. Or and like be now you have center. Or you can just full hop all the way to this other platform. So any
hmm
stage with platform, so every stage except FD, you basically use the platform, the side platform, as like your home base the entire game.
I see. Okay, all right. Yeah, because I always try and stay on the ground too much,
Yeah,
and
no,
that's
and
like the biggest issue I have is Peach. Trying to approach her like and fight with her on the ground. I feel like all times this just doesn't work out too well.
exactly. So like the ground is there for like if she's on the ground and far enough away, it's laser time.
Yeah.
And then if she gets too close, it's platform time.
Platform time. Okay.
And then
Yeah, because a lot of times
FD is kind of similar. Essentially, like, FD is a little bit worse than the platform stages, right?
yeah.
And what you do is, I would need to go into it a little bit specifically. I think Ginger's actually good at it. You basically use your full hop as like a pseudo side plat. Like, you just use the full hop and you kind of just do mixes off the full hop instead of the side plat.
Yeah.
And it's not
That's what I
quite as
usually try to
good,
do.
but it's still decent.
Yeah. It works out a surprising amount of the time. For like how not good it might seem at first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, yeah, so like in these situations, you need to be thinking like, I need to get my damage, like laser, laser. You don't want to take any damage. You don't want to take a single scramble because like you out of this scramble, your best move, maybe like shine one back air, shine one up air, maybe like down air shine, maybe like you're both at 0. Her dash attack knocks you down. Her down smash knocks you down.
And God, exactly. Yeah.
Every forward air knocks you down. It feels like you should be fighting in a fighting game, but like the way for your character to win this is with his gun.
Yeah.
And like if you see this situation, so like, oh my bad. Okay. Somebody mentioned that I hadn't shared my screen.
Okay, yeah. I was about to ask. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, okay, and it's good because I had just been talking in the abstract.
Okay.
But like, yeah, my bad. For some reason I thought good. I had already shared the screen. Okay, thanks to Charlie Brain in chat.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I had just started, so it works out.
Yeah, so this is about a month ago or so.
Okay. But yeah, basically this whole first interaction is, like, you just don't need to be fighting her, because she's just looking for, like, maybe I can get a down smash or something like that.
Yeah,
you know?
fair. Yes.
And so if she makes the mistake of not floating high enough, because remember your goal is to cancel her float with your laser if you can, or cancel her full hop. So if she floats at, like, this height, and you can just manage to do, like, a dash back, backflip, high laser and it catches her out of this, then I think it's probably acceptable to hit like a high laser like Nair or a high laser up tilt or something like that out of the air. But like you don't want to be like fighting like this type of spot at all. Even if this was a Nair or a down air or anything, nothing here is worth the payoff of her just wave dash back down smashing.
Yeah, which is just what happened. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then.
And so, yeah, you can literally die out of this, and you had 0% chance of actually killing Peach out of this interaction.
Yeah, at best, you hit her.
Yeah, and that's what she's relying on. Peaches, a lot of times, like, their body language in the game will be very, like, macho. Like, for lack of a better word. Like, they kind of are like, yeah, come on, like, fight me. And that's because they know if you fight, they will win. And so you just have to kind of, like, ignore that impulse. I think as, like, a spacey against a floaty, there's always that little tug of, like, you're not the cool one, you're, like, the floaty. Yeah. Like, I'll fight you.
Exactly.
That's all they want.
I can overpower you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all they want. Peach is way too buff.
Yeah. And then, I pretty much almost die and probably do that. But, it's like, I essentially... And now I die. Yeah,
exactly. And so that's just like, okay, yeah, you gotta not interact in ways they can get you, and that's why the side plat's so nice. Because if you just full hop between these over and over and shoot lasers and stuff, they're never gonna get you.
Yeah, I guess she can't really do anything. You know?
And yeah, so like getting these punishes are this is totally fine. But look, even when you have the biggest punish you can possibly imagine, it's like. It's hard to get the perfect punish on her. She's really heavy. She's at low %.
Yeah, and because she's heavier, I think she technically has less hit stun, right?
Yeah, like the down air at low %.
I always forget about in melee. The heavier you are, the less hit stun you incur.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I just try and treat her like other characters, but yeah, no, that doesn't work at all.
The best way to think about it is that like hit stun is just directly related to knockback. So like the first, like Bowser getting hit 100 feet has the same hit stun as Jigglypuff getting hit 100 feet.
Yeah.
She just gets 100 feet like earlier, like easier.
Yeah, way earlier in damage.
And so yeah, this is what they love to do, like all this type of like pressure and stuff like that. But if you just immediately go right here and then full hop away, they don't really have like a recourse, and you can, and like even here, like when you went vertical, it wasn't like perfect. Like you need to do a dash full hop to get out safely a lot of times.
Yeah.
But you ended up shielding into the shield full hop, which was fine for the most part. And like, look, you're safe here for the most part. And I would say like what you can do is just do the full hop and then just do like a late double jump. And a lot of times it's very difficult for them to punish. Like late double jump to the other platform.
Yeah, because it's kind of fast.
And yeah, once you get here, boom, you're in a place you can combo. This is like down air knocks down. Yeah, I can combo. And so
tech chase.
And it's a little tricky because it's kind of like, I think that like when you get to this point in the matchup, it's somewhat like maybe I would say it's 60-40 Falco, like when you can knock Peach down. Mm-hmm. It's sort of like you have the option to keep camping if you want, and the camping is still the strongest strategy overall.
Yeah.
But you have access to these combos, so your camping becomes a lot more dangerous, because if Peach makes one mistake chasing you, then suddenly she goes from 30 to 100.
Yeah. But you still but I still have to be like restrained in comboing her. Yeah, because
it's not.
Especially
yeah, it's
when
not.
She's in the air.
You need to be restrained looking for openings, but when you get your openings, they mean a lot more. Whereas like the early percents are like you run away, maybe you get a back air. Sometimes you'll get a laser from side plat, down air, up tilt like combo, but most of the time it's just you just hit laser, 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 hit laser, 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 hit, and then like she chases you once, and you're like hit, 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 edge guard. You know, and so it's kind of like it starts slow every stock, and then these mid percents, it accelerates the amount of damage that you can do to her.
Yeah, same with Puff. Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so similar, which is so weird to me because I feel like I'm pretty decent at the Puff matchup now, but you know.
Yeah, they just move really differently, and like Peach works on the ground really differently than Puff, you know, and stuff like that. And so so this is good because once you get her to like these percents, she can die, and So a lot of times, you know, getting like the shine kills like this, like the shine up airs. Do you use up smash to kill it all in this matchup?
Yeah, okay. Definitely.
That's a big one.
Yeah, I think I tried to.
Yeah, like 125 plus.
Same against Puff, yeah. Because like I feel like a lot of times people just don't expect it from Falco, honestly.
Yeah,
they forget that Falco has up smash.
Yeah, okay. Like, the fact you already use it against Puff is really good. Like, I would say there have been a considerable amount of matches that I played in Falco Peach where I camp the first part, I do one combo. A lot of times, let's say they're at like 110, I will laser camp again to get them to up smash kill percent, and then do laser jab up smash, and then I'll start the stock fresh. That's like the type of gameplay that like you need to accept that you'll be playing versus Peach every time, and then randomly you'll pop off. But like you can't have the expectation of like popping off against her, because that's what she's relying on.
Yeah.
So yeah, right here, it's the same situation. Once you get good at using the side plat to avoid Peach, what you can do here is you can just like chill slightly off center, then dash full hop to the side plat, or just go to the side plat and then just dash full hop off the side plat to center. That'll get you away from her invincibility like every time.
Yeah, that's true, yeah, because she's just not fast enough to catch up to you.
She's not fast enough vertically. It's the same way you get away from most characters as Falco. It's just side plat, full hop. No reason to like risk yourself in any of these situations.
He flies.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
And so like this is the frustrating part of this matchup, is that like here it's difficult to comprehend that like the answer might be like full hop here, you know?
Yeah, that's what he always tells me. Peach fans, the guy I'm playing, he's always like, yeah, because I a lot of times try and like buffer roll into situations, but he says, just full hop away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the problem is if you buffer roll here, Ferret has no lag. They can just react to the roll and grab you, or down smash, which happens a lot.
Landing lag.
And so like if you just like from right here, I think if you full hop Waveland, Peach can maybe read it with a full hop Nair. And so a lot of times I just go for like a full hop here. And you have enough mix-ups with like, am I coming down on this side? Am I drifting back? Am I gonna double jump? A funny escape versus Peach is sometimes you can literally like full hop and then just drop and then side B the side. Like literally like your landing lag from side B is usually not enough for her to get across to the other side plat. So like it feels silly, but it is like it's like legit. Like it's just you got to escape here essentially, because if Peach was like mashing down smash here, you would have lost this interaction because she's at 0.
Yeah, that's true. She had enough time.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, the lasers.
Yeah, exactly.
Lasers or side plat.
With the
Lasers and
so
immediate side plat. And like right here, if it's like the key is like if you're not comfortable, take a 5-second break. Like every time you're not comfortable, get out of there. Just vertical. She can't chase you at all. Like Peach has a hard time contesting Falco down air from up high in general. And so like you having potential platforms and a double jump and all this, it's just she doesn't have a good way to like really gamble and get you.
I see.
Oh, great shine. Ooh.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
I would have gotten a hit.
Yeah, I was mostly just hoping it would hit him like somehow, but yeah, at least it was still fine. Yeah, I guess his nair was a bit late. Otherwise, I would have died.
I think that was an acceptable attempt for a down air. To be honest, I think that was fine. Yeah, you keep ending up in this, like, I'm going to short hop at you, and then you're like, wait, that was a bad idea. They're probably ready for that. And then you end up double jumping like this. It's happened a couple times. That's why the side plat's so good. Because if you stand right here, she no longer wants to stand here. You're able to basically do a short hop pressure without ever having to land. That's, like, low-key what the side plat does. It just lets you, like, hover at your optimal range. I'm totally good with that approach, by the way, because she's at like down air knockdown percent and stuff.
Yeah, like exactly.
Something small, but like you can go to ledge against Peach here every time. She can't cover this.
Yeah, but if she's on the ground, then she can cover it. Yeah, she can't still.
She actually reasonably doesn't have like a cover for this. It's one of the most frustrating parts of playing Peach is that she doesn't have good ledge coverage.
Yeah, except when you're like being below ledge, and then she can dare.
So yeah, but the thing about the dare is that like you can DI out and you get another up B. Like she doesn't have guaranteed kills out of the down air.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times you can I do something like I SDI out into the side and then I up B at a slight angle, and the slight angle a lot of times will like trade with the down air and it'll hit her away and I'll get back to ledge. The only way for her to cover this angle is to specifically do a low float and forward air right here. And unless she's doing that exact edge guard, this is always safe to go to ledge. She literally has no option. It's so frustrating as Peach here.
Yeah, it just sounds like a hard read for her.
Yeah, like going to ledge in general in situations against Peach when you're recovering is just stronger than going to the stage. It's somewhat like if Marth didn't have like a down tilt and forward smash to cover the ledge. Like because Peach is bad off the ledge, she wants to stay on the stage, and from on stage she has a really hard time covering ledge. So just as like a general rule, like look what she did. Look what her edge guard was.
Yeah, let's see.
Like the edge guard is like attack, nair. You know, she's just it's just covering like the high options, you know?
Yeah, just hoping that I run into it basically.
And so yeah, if you think about this doesn't kill, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just thought he was like way higher percentage, maybe. Or also I like hitting like down tilt, so my brain was like, I want to hit a down tilt.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, true.
That is the exact part of the spacey brain that they rely on every day for their dubs. Oh.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know about
it's so hard.
My anti-Peach edgeguarding theory is that your goal of edgeguarding Peach should be to force her to ledge.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because then you can essentially like ledge trap her. Like
you can just literally ledge trap. She has no options off the ledge against Falco at all. You just have like a perfect laser ledge trap against her. She has no way up. And so like when you're here, I think first thing is if you hit her off. It looks like you might have messed up here, like you tried to full hop, but you like fell off the platform or something like that. But I think the idea of like side plat and then you laser really, really high is the right option here. And then what you do here, so first of all, you need to show that you're down to cover the air dodge. The air dodge is the most standard Peach recovery here.
Yeah, I would
So,
say
like,
in general I've gotten a bit better just like calling it out, but yeah, I still need to keep that in mind always.
well, because the idea is like, if they're gonna try to aerial you, you're just gonna beat them. And like, how do I describe it? It's like the Peach is like, I'm gonna beat you with the aerial, and you're like, stupid Peach, I'm gonna beat you with the aerial. But they have no intention of trying to beat you with the aerial. It's all a lie, and they're just gonna air dodge. Like pretty much every time. Because if they're going for the aerial, your back air wins. Laser's really good. Like they want this because they want to get back to the ground, and as soon as they get back to the ground, they just hold down and away or whatever, and they're not gonna die immediately. So they're gonna go for this air dodge a lot, and I like to just, I like to basically be like, go ahead, do your air dodge, go ahead, and then they eventually are like, no, I'll go to ledge, like, okay, and then I'm like, aha, now you're trapped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now they're just in a bad spot.
That was good.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, do the side plat escape again. Should be every time. Oh, okay. So this is This is just like a thing. Okay. Right here, you need to like know that after this back air, Peach is either going to hyper defend or try to get above laser height. Like that's just like what they do here, because like she's either gonna just sit here and do like wave dash back down smash and hope that you like approach in, or she's gonna like try to like get up and like move over, because this is like a spot where Falcos are really like they know that Falco wants the corner trap here, so either they're gonna try to be like, please approach me and I'll go even more into the corner, or they'll be like, I need to like start working on avoiding this like corner trap.
Yeah, because they kind of like realize that we're getting a bit antsy, that we want to hit in this situation so badly.
So like I think right here what I would do is, step one is I would avoid the dash attack. So I would just laser right here. I would turn around laser right here, because I need to get percent. She's still in the percent zone. Maybe if she was at like 50, I could play like a nair down air mix up and kill her here, maybe. But like she's not. So this is just like a laser, and so I would shoot a laser here, and she would float above it, and then I would immediately go to the opposite side plat. If she remains floating, I shoot a low laser to cancel it, and then drop through and start lasering again.
Yeah, and because I laser in the middle and then like move back where she's able to possibly hit me.
You're saying the thing you did here?
Yeah, because I laser in place, she could have hit me.
Yeah, you just didn't move back enough. Like you could have gotten dash attacked here, essentially. Yeah, you just need to. So you need to avoid the dash attack first, and then as soon as you avoid the dash attack, be like, oh, is she floating high enough? And if she is, it's time to go to the side plat.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's so frustrating because it's just like, wait, I finally got her. Get over here, Peach, and it's like, nah.
Yeah, and then you just eat like 30 or 40%.
Now you eat a lot.
Ridiculous. Yeah, literally like 40 there.
Yeah, and you can just die. And so like right here, yeah, you land this laser. I would say side plat. Like I would literally be like laser, laser, laser in place, all three. If she tries to move close to me, jump up, maybe waveland off this. Like you can threaten a lot with it, or you can just go to it and then jump to the other side. I guess just think of it as like you can literally fight Peach in a way where you take 0 damage. It's possible. She can't hit you. I played Kalamazoo once on Dreamland in a serious like friendly match, and I almost JV5'd him, and that guy's really good. Yeah, I just ran away perfectly the whole game, and he's like, nice, that was a good game. And like some games, they get to you, but some games they don't. You can just literally run away forever.
Yeah, I guess a way to think about it you can think about it as if you have a health bar, and you just want to keep trying to like chip away until you get to that knockdown percentage.
Yeah, like you just have like a really, really tiny health bar. You have like 10 health, and Peach has like 5,000 health. And it's like,
but the thing is, she can't hit you if you do things well.
Yeah, she can't hit you at all. So you
Yeah.
want to like literally be like a crow. Like you swoop in and like peck and then you leave.
Okay. All right.
Like
Gotcha.
you just
Gotcha.
want to be like I always compare it to that. I'm always like, yeah, like Peach Falco is like if you tried to fight a crow with your bare hands. You would just run at the crow and it flies away. And then like,
Yeah.
oh, by the way, crow has a laser gun. And you're like, wait,
Yeah.
how do I win this?
Yeah. True. True. Yeah. I guess she just cannot hit you.
Yeah, and on smaller stages, I actually did some stuff a little bit ago when I was maining just Falco for a while, where I got Polish online and I had them just run at me, like not even real games. I was just like, I just want to see how long I can like run away.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
there's only one spot where Peach has a real pressure, and it's when Peach is above you here and you're under side plat, because she can like kind of pressure the side plat and this. And you can just do sort of like full hop side B mixes and stuff like that to get out of it. And that's only if she's perfectly optimized to get you. It's that or up B the top plat. Those are her only
Yeah.
options that actually like catch Falco on like a mix up.
Yeah.
So
The
just
only
be
times where
aware
she's,
of
like, quick
those
enough.
two exact mix ups of like some sort of back air pressure on like this diagonal or the upbeat of the plat. If you can avoid both of those, she'll never hit you. So if you're
Yeah.
like on even ground with her or she's below you, you're just stupid safe.
And that only works on story, anyways. I'm assuming.
The upbeat.
Yeah. Yeah. Up B and like catching
No.
you
It works on
flats.
Battlefield too, but it doesn't work on
Really?
Dreamland. The side plat's too
Yeah.
high. It's
What?
harder for her
Oh,
to
the
make.
side plus.
Yeah, the side plat's too high. The side plat being high in Dreamland makes that stage so bad for Peach against Falco. Like, you just go to the side plat, and you're like, what's up? And they're like, oh. Oh. Because the issue is that, like, in order to float at the height that she wants, like, here, for you to, like, laser her or whatever, she has to do her entire full hop to get to that height on Dreamland. And it just takes so long that it's just like a joke. Like it's just like a total joke on Dreamland.
Yeah.
Nice. I'd be a little careful here because Peach can tech this.
Yeah. So.
But
it might
like,
have to do, like, shine.
it's fine. Yeah, I think it worked out. I prefer going for shines on this stage way more because you just have a chance of insta-killing her.
Yeah. Yeah. For once.
Yeah.
You're in like on Battlefield 2 a little bit.
Yeah, on Battlefield, I'd be way more in favor of that up tilt than here. But here, like, that shine is kind of like, maybe like kill percent. Like 40?
Yeah. It's
If
very
you hit a
popular.
shine here, you might be able to kill her off the top. So just keep
Yeah.
that in mind. Okay, yeah. This is the story of me. Is I shoot this and I'm like, oof, and I'm like, so anyway, I went to the side plan.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think because of her float height, you can actually just high laser here. Like you could
Yeah.
high laser here, but if she fell past it, I would immediately go to the side plat. You can also do a thing where you hold shield for a split second and then full hop. And so what that'll do is if she does dash attack you, you shield it. And if she doesn't dash attack you, then you just get away because her other moves take too long to reach you. That's just like another like random tip.
Those are the only quick ones.
Oh, another random thing. Do you remember that situation in the last game where I was like you back aired Peach at low percent, and then I was saying you needed a laser to center, but you like lasered, you didn't like run away enough to center. Let's see, what was I about to say out of that spot? Yeah, there are a lot of times when that position will happen. If you're against a Peach who does a lot of dash attack, you can just crouch that. I just want to mention that there's a lot of, and you can crouch it up to a high percent. There's a bunch of spots where like I get put in a location where I can tell that Peach is like, oh, I just need to dash attack the laser. Like I can tell they're like, I finally got in, and he's gonna go for a laser reset. And it's especially prevalent when you've been running away lasering the entire game, and they think they finally have you on something. A lot of times the crouch is like, it can be more versatile there than the shield. A lot of times, especially because if you crouch and she doesn't dash attack, you still get access to dash full hop.
Yeah.
So that's just like a small note that I wanted to
do
include.
that always. Gotcha.
Okay, so when you get this, when you get boom boom, and she's at high percent, this is your cue to like pressure her a little bit.
Mhm.
I think that the range does make it a little sus to actually pressure. I don't mind what you did here, where you did another laser in place.
Yeah, because
I
I
want,
didn't feel like I could get it. I didn't think I could get closer, or
yeah.
I wasn't comfortable with it at least.
One thing that I want to mention that I haven't seen you do is fade back down here. What's the word?
Retreating there
Yeah, like neutral jump fade back. Like not like go forward and then go less forward, but like jump neutral and down air and fade back.
with like short hop. You mean I'm
Yeah,
assuming?
like short hop down air fade back. Like
Mhm.
essentially, what you can do is you can do something where you do like so Peach. Oh, let's see what's the way to describe it. Peach has a thing where if you do um okay, so if you do shine short hop down air, I tweeted about this a long time ago, but you know, like if you do shine short hop down air, a lot of characters grabs kind of like miss the down air, and you can like hit, like for instance Sheik. If you do shine down air on Sheik's shield and she tries to shield grab it, the grab will get hit by the down air. The grab goes
Yeah.
under the down air and she gets hit. Peach is
Mhm.
like oddly tall, and
Yeah.
if you shine her shield and then short hop aerial afterward, she has a guaranteed shield grab before the aerial comes out.
Mhm.
And so you super need to watch out for doing like shine short hop fade back aerial pressure or whatever, which is like something that you might do to otherwise bait like a shield grab on like other characters. But you can do stuff where you can do like short hop laser approach and then without doing a shine just immediately like fade back down here. And then
Yeah.
a lot of times that'll get her to shield grab. So I just wanted
Mhm.
to emphasize that a lot of times the pressure against Peach is getting somewhat close and then doing like an aerial where you fade back on her shield a little bit.
Yeah, it's not similar as like against like space like fast forwards where you're always trying to like shine them
Yeah, exactly. You
aerial
want to kind of
repeatedly.
like make her feel like you're always pressuring, but she can't really like reach you with the down airs. It's really funny. There's one Falco in particular who's better at this than every other Falco in the world. You'll never guess whose Falco it is.
What?
It's
I'm
S2
scared.
S2J's
Johnny.
Falco. S2J's secondary Falco is the only one who I've played with my Peach who he just does that retreating down air perfectly over and over, and it just feels
Interesting.
unbeatable.
Yeah, I never would have guessed that.
So
Damn.
he'll just
But
kind
I
of,
know his Falco's really good, obviously.
yeah, but no, exactly. It's just something you wouldn't think of. So like for
Yeah, yeah.
instance, you can do stuff like here where you hit like this laser and then you like after that one in the air and you can just like run at her and then fade back down her and it's pretty safe overall.
Okay.
It's just another option you can add to the pressuring because
Yeah.
obviously you know how to do like the basics. I can see it. Like you can approaching laser shine and stuff. It's more about like when to do it and like Peach specific stuff.
hmm Yeah.
Laser down tilt is not the play.
That's
Uh,
not the play here.
it's not the play against Peach. So there's basically one specific spot where the down tilt is perfect, and it's when you try to laser Peach, and she's specific, like you're trying to laser on her shield directly, and she wave dashes back out of the shield. The laser that you were about to land right on her shield, you know, like land on her with the laser, it'll space perfectly for the down tilt after the laser.
Yeah.
Because the
Okay.
down tilt is only a real link at that exact range. It's not a real link at point blank.
Okay.
So like if you do this, yes, so this is the exact same spot that you would need. If the laser hit, this would have been the range you wanted at. But once again, you only want to even think about that range when she will die from the down tilt. The down tilt is like exclusively a move you should use when she will die out of it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't use it any other time. So yeah, right here, if this laser does happen to hit, the down tilt here would combo, and actually it's a little slow. You're a couple. If you don't do the down tilt frame perfect and at this exact range, she'll always shield it and punish you. Pretty annoying.
Okay.
And that's why like I would be way more down to do like approaching laser, instant retreating down air on the shield. You
Yeah.
pressure
That's
the
what I was about
shield
to
and then you
say.
move back. You know what I mean? That's like
Yeah.
way more what you would want to do
Yeah.
in that type
And
of
then see if
spot.
you can try and bait out a shield grab. If not, then just see what they do.
Yeah, her shield gets smaller. You can keep shooting lasers, etc.
No.
Yeah, this is another thing. This is like another spot where like, hmm, Okay, let me think of the best way to describe this position. Give me one
Mhm.
sec.
Yeah, good.
So, Peach can either float instant aerial, float, then delayed aerial. Um, like, I guess those are like her two options if she's trying to do like a float here. Basically, what I was going to say is that I like, out of this exact position, most Peaches do a thing here where they do like full hop, double jump, cancel, nair. That's like their really common option.
Mhm.
And what am I trying to say here? Like, I think basically if you're making this read that you're making with the back air, you want to do it earlier because if you're reading her at this timing, doing a late forward air, then you could have just immediately done like a return, then a turnaround laser and comboed her out of it. Like if you're
Mhm.
gonna, like basically
Yeah, because you guys
if
are
you're
on the
gonna
air.
do the back air right here, then you want to literally like do it right now, like in place and then retreat because like the back air will outrange her coming in, but you don't want to do this one because she's literally gonna kill you for this.
Yeah. Now she has time to shield and then like
She has time
punish
to
you
do whatever
afterwards.
she wants out of that, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just because she doesn't have landing lag, so like you're not able to punish this like you would like Fox naring in or something even.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the other like frustrating things for areas on shield. They're so good. They're
Yeah, the
so
aerials on
good.
shield are nasty, nasty. I most of the time what I do is I wait one extra beat for the jab and then I full hop, and I just
Hmm.
that's just like my
Yeah.
thing. I'm just
So
like,
it's kind
oh
of like,
please.
yeah, you just kind of try and like read the timing almost.
Yeah, no, I just make like a hard like if she hits my shield with a low aerial or like a float canceled aerial, I literally play like a mix up where I'm like picking a number 1 through 3 and I'm hoping that it's the right number in terms of
Okay.
like timing.
Hmm.
Um,
All right, I see.
most of the time they will do something immediately like Peaches don't pressure like Sheik where they like short hop aerial jab. They will do aerial into their next hitbox immediately, and so normally I'll just be like, you hit me with your aerial, you'll do one more nair and then I'll try to full
Hmm.
hop out or something, or you'll do one
Yeah.
more nair and then jab and then I'll full hop out. It's a really bad position, but like you don't need to end up in that position regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was trying to mention here though is that like right here, either this is laser time, and so like okay, I'll lay out what would happen for me a lot here is I would do the retreating laser. The backer here is also good if you do the backer
As well.
proactively and you stick it out right here because it'll hit her doing the late fair where she's chasing you and it'll outrange the instant nair here. So it beats both the
Okay.
early and late mix up.
Hmm.
And
All
so
right.
it's fine to do the back air. If you don't do the back air, this needs to be a laser.
Hmm. Not
Ca-
just a dash
Catching
into
her out of the air.
whatever.
What's up?
Yeah, because I just want to hit her still. Yeah, I'm not thinking about trying to build up like more damage and being safe.
Well, the laser here isn't even for damage. This is a combo
Yeah, it's a
laser.
combo. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, in this case, because she'd be in the air and then you can just hit her.
Yeah, exactly. You just be able to nair her out or down air her. Like a lot of times I think the laser down air tech chase would probably kill out of that position, you know?
Hmm.
Like if she was right here, and then right here you were right here shooting a laser and it caught her, and then you just did down air and she teched to the ledge and you forward smashed or something. That would be like, oh, she's dead.
Hmm.
And it's good that the short hop down airs become really oppressive against her at like the higher percents, which is why those fade back down airs are extra double terrifying for her.
Yeah.
Okay, good. This is something that I mentioned in the lesson yesterday, and I just want to mention really quick, even though you probably know it, is that down air at high percent on characters that only survival DI is really good.
Mm.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
like yeah, essentially like Dr. Mario and Peach and Jigglypuff are the perfect examples. But if you down
Hmm.
air them and they pop up, they don't have as much space to survival DI the back air.
Yeah. Hmm.
So that's just like a thing to keep in mind.
Yeah, always. Yeah, exactly. Because they're always just trying to like barely like live, so are always gonna like DI up, and
Yeah,
then
always, because they just like a survival monster.
yeah, exactly. That's what they're good at. So obviously they're gonna be doing that a lot.
I'm okay with that roll. It was kind of like you could have gotten a hit for it, but you kind of got in a bad position already, you know?
Yeah, I could have tried to like buffer jump maybe, but yeah, I would have to
Nah,
try
it
and
was
like read the
rough.
timing.
I understand what you did. I think it was fine. Oh no.
Yeah, I think there would have been better to do a buffer jump instead of like full hop instead of that downer.
Yeah, no,
Honestly,
right here you got to get out of there.
yeah,
She's at 0, so you're in camp mode.
yeah.
Nope, none of these are worth it. None of these are worth it. None of this is worth it at all.
It's not worth it. Even if it happens to work out, cool. But
Yeah,
I
like if
didn't
it
need to do
works,
that in the
like
first
look at
place.
this down air. She just shields again before you do something. Like you could have just died out of this, and you had like your best case basically happened, and you got 20 damage.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. When I could maybe have
Mm.
died, you know.
Don't you don't want to give Peach center so easily here. You can just space her out with backers. She's in the air, so
Okay.
you're safe to do it here.
Yeah, and I can
Most
try and keep her
likely,
in the corner.
what I like to do here is I like to pretend that I'm gonna back air her, and then she'll go to like she'll do the air dodge, and then I do late in air shine grab because she always gets to the ground early before the aerial hits, and she's like, oh, I'm just gonna like shield you, you know. And I'm always like, late in air shine grab, and I throw her off, and then I forward throw, and then I play the like laser edge guard thing. You don't want to give up this much space though. The key against Peach is you want to be more okay, not during neutral necessarily all the time because you're going to run away a lot. But when you have her off stage, the goal is immediately become like do not let Peach get more centralized than you. That is the idea. You never want them to be more centralized. So as long as you keep center, you're good. You just backed off too far here.
Yeah.
So as long as you didn't back off past the center line, you'd be good. But that dash back was over.
Yeah, exactly. Because she doesn't. If she's trying to she's always going to be trying to get back to center, but I can wall her out so easily.
Mm-hmm. And for spots like this, it's gonna hurt, but just full hop here and just get out of the way.
Just keep doing
Just
it.
leave.
No matter how much my Falco brain wants to hit her with there.
Because that's why they think they're good at the matchup. Is because they're like, eventually all the Falcos will give in and
and then they have a good punish game. So yeah, it'll work.
Exactly. And remember right here, the lasers are what you want to use when she's further from the stage. I think also right here, you could sneak a laser right here though. So like right here, boom, 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 boom. Right here, drop through laser instead of the short hop laser.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
I mentioned it yesterday that I'm
platform.
more willing to let Peach go to the platform than to the stage. Like it's like Ledge's first priority.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ground is the last one. I don't want her to get to the ground. Well, because if she gets to the platform, I could just like full hop shine that or full hop backer that. Like if she air dodges into the platform, like that's kind of easy. And she's risking getting full hop down aired or full hop back aired the whole time she floats over to it. It's just something to keep in mind that like I would rather let her go up there than get to the ground here. And so I would be way more likely in this position to drop laser her here and be like, well, either you got to go omega high and that's kind of like annoying for you, or you just need to go to ledge. Whereas like what she wants more than anything is to just be on the ground here. Or like be underneath the side plat. Oh, they love this. This is why you just like full hop like side B to the top plat or something here. No reason to fight it out. Good down air.
No.
This is part of why the side plat's so good, is that like even when you do a down air like this, it'll still beat their nair most of the time.
Exactly. Like how you had said earlier in the last game. I remember.
And yeah, she's a high percent, so it's kind of down air city. Yeah, you need to laser this. You need to laser this like immediately. You're playing it like you're like Fox or something, but if you just laser this, if you laser her right now, her options are she's either going to air dodge to the stage, in which case most of the time I just forward throw her off again, or she'll go up here and then you can hit her. But you don't want to see how she just wants to get to the ground so badly here. If you just laser her, she doesn't have this float to the ground option. Like that's the other important thing to think about. Anytime Peach is floating and you laser her, I think a lot of people miss this part. If you laser her out of her float, she no longer has float cancel aerials. Mm-hmm. She has to L cancel all of her aerials. There's like a big change in the game.
Then she finally has lag. Yeah, that does change everything.
Excellent. I love to see it. Nah, man. You're one of the only ones who does those, and I've been telling everyone to do them, so I love it.
They're good.
Yeah, no, they're the best kill move Falco has against Peach.
I know, dude.
Most consistent,
Yeah, right.
at least. Nah, you need to be playing the side plat game here.
Yeah, again.
Side platform. Camp.
Yeah, I can definitely start to see a common theme now.
And yeah, you don't. I wouldn't even be here. Like right here, immediately I would be like full hop to the platform, laser, run off the top platform, turn around, laser from the side plat. Because my goal is to maximize damage.
Yeah, she's at 7%. Nothing I hit her with will probably be good.
Like if you run away, she's not gonna be like, I will also camp. She knows that you have a gun, you know?
Yeah.
Oh no, terrifying. See, this is why the down air before knockdown percent is just like, because she just does this and then she's like, oh, hey. Like if she had no turnip, she would have just murdered you. I don't know why the Peach hasn't let go of the turnip so bad to hold on to those. You need to be ready in these spots though. Like when Peach is falling, that like these lasers need to be like, you need to be attempting to like get a combo out of it with these lasers. So I think like one thing you can do here. One thing I like to do as Falco a lot, if I want to hold this position, but I want to hold this position in like a second, not right this second, I'd like to do retreating laser, approaching laser into back into the same position. And so what that would give you is you would retreat right here with a laser, and then approaching high laser right into her, and you have the momentum out of the high laser or out of the approaching laser, and that lets you actually get this punish.
Okay.
So it's similar like when you're comboing, like when you're doing like a back air combo on Fox on FD, you want to drift. Ooh, one sec, sorry. When you're doing like a back air combo on Fox on FD, for instance, like you want to drift with the back air knockback, right? And it's similar where like you want to approach with the laser into that position if you're planning on like actually punishing it, because like first of all you get your extra movement frames in the air from the laser, and you actually slide during your 4 landing frames. It just gives you way more distance, and you end up in the same position but with like way more aggressive options.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I remember one of like the general things that you said about Falco is that the reason why he does lasers is to be positive on his dash and just in his movement in general. So yeah, it's just the same concept here.
So yeah, this is a perfect thing demonstrating also down tilt bad.
Yeah.
Down tilt bad.
Only do it when it's gonna kill, essentially.
Yeah, literally only when it's gonna kill. And so this is something you got to keep in mind or like notice. Peach has a deadly corner pressure on you here, right?
Yeah.
Very deadly. Peach is down smashing like, yeah, finally got him. Got him. No pressure at all. It's all gone. Falco is already setting up his lasers on the opposite side of the stage.
He's out of it.
And Peach is just like, no, like he's completely safe. Like he's like, there's not an input like a TAS robot could do to hit you here.
Yeah.
Until you do this.
And then I give it up.
And then she's like, yeah, I can hit him. Yeah.
Yeah, she was hoping for the. Yeah, she was just hoping. And
so like right here, this is very tempting when you're here to see this as like, oh, I can go in on her here.
Yeah, which is
what you should be seeing while this is happening, you should be kind of seeing Jigglypuff back airing over the side platform. Like, you shouldn't be seeing it as like, can I go in yet? Can I go in? Like, she's making sure you can't go in. That's what Peach is doing while you're up here. So, like, when she's jumping around and doing all these, like, inputs and stuff like that, it's fine. Just know you're safe. It's okay. Like, she's down in the pit, like, roaring and, you know, clawing and, like, I gotta get you. But she's down in the pit. She can't get out. So it's fine. You can just avoid this you could stay up here for another minute. It's totally fine. It's important to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Because she's down to stay down here for a whole minute. She's not coming up there. That's the thing. Yeah. That's how they get us.
She's not going to try and do anything. I'm scared of nothing.
It's like you're literally winning, and they're like, well, I'll just wait here with, like, my spear pointing Falco. And, like, eventually he'll just hop into it. And it's like, that's so dumb. Like, it just annoys me. And that's exactly what she gets.
Yeah.
One thing, you're not hitting enough retreating lasers. You're hitting dash back backflip lasers every time. I haven't seen you do a single retreating laser, and that's a big problem.
Okay.
Like, you're basically, you just try to do, like, think of it as, like, each frame you spend dashing is like an extra frame the laser is late. You want to do, like, 1 frame of dash and then immediately jump and turn around laser. Because that'll, like, you're retreating during the laser anyway, so she can't actually get you. So, like, and it just helps in a lot of spots. So, like, if you're here, imagine if this laser was already almost, like, here. Because like, look how many, like, dash frames there are here. Let me just take a look and count it out. Okay, like, 1 is the pivot, so I'm not going to count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's 8 frames, and so let's see, like, comes out here. So let's see where it would be in 8 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, like, that's where the laser would have been, like, when you fired it.
Yeah.
So, like,
exactly.
just showing you, like, the laser travels really fast, so hitting, like, a retreating laser rather than a dash back, like, dashing back for too long makes a really big difference, because Peach would have been stuck here way more with the instant retreating laser. Something to keep in mind.
Okay, good. Yeah. Like, even though, like, nothing bad, like, came up, I could have done something, like, way better and been in and out.
Yeah, in that position, I think it gave you slightly more advantage, but it's something I've seen in a lot of spots so far, is that you haven't done retreating laser, approaching laser. Retreating laser, approaching laser is Falco's strongest laser pattern in the whole game. And even if you're not... And the thing with Peach, a lot of times, you don't even need the approaching laser. You just do the retreating laser, and then you full hop.
Yeah.
But it's very important to, like, do those and get them out as fast as possible.
Well, no, and then it's like, yeah.
So, a sort of small note is that if you don't have instant retreating lasers in your repertoire, you will get cross-up nared by Falcon a lot. Against Falcon, he'll go for cross-up nair from close range, but if you do an instant retreating high laser, it'll always beat his nair, even if he chases you immediately. But if you dash back for any amount of time, you just get hit every time.
Yeah, because a lot of times those situations, I'd rather just shield, because I don't mind shielding against Captain Falcon, but yeah.
I see. I just like it because it gives me an advantage.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. I'm just... Like, things just say neutral when I could be making plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's just the difference of a few frames on the laser, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, like, we know now, or you know now, that, like, fighting here is bad. Yeah. Because, like, you could be getting some lasers. And fighting literally becomes less bad every single laser you hit. You know?
Yeah, it becomes more of a good option, you know?
Like, fighting at 15 is better than fighting at 10, which is better than fighting at 0. So, like, every laser you hit at low percent should feel like a dub. Okay. And I especially like that when you give them the impression... Like, a lot of this game is, like, communication of, like, are you willing to camp and stuff like that, right? And when you laser them and they can tell that you're like, ooh, that's the good damage, I can't wait to do this for the next 8 minutes, it a lot of times changes how they play. A lot of Peaches will kind of get thrown into this, wait, I have to chase you? Like, really? Oh, no!
Yeah,
and, like,
they'll compelled to try and get you.
Yeah, and then, you can kind of tear them apart.
Not that good.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, she can get a hard read, sure, but most times it won't work. Unless I'm being careless.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Whew. That's funny. It happens.
Yeah, that was weird.
See, a guy like me jumps and Z catches this and then throws it.
Fuck that.
No, I jump, catch, Z drop, combo into a downer. No, just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
it'd be hype if I did.
Yeah, when people say that shit, I'm like, sure. If this is like a chess move where each frame I can think, sure, I'll do that.
This is a thing I've talked about with Fox too, but if you can get a turnip in your hand, like if she throws a turnip at you, it is overwhelmingly in your favor to catch it. It's really, I
never try to catch. I'm always so scared.
So yeah, so just think about this, okay? You you are the peach. You have your projectile, the turnip. Falco or Fox gets this projectile from you. You now get your own turnip. Your options are throw turnip, drop turnip, right? Their options are throw turnip, drop turnip, shine your turnip back, or shoot lasers at you. So, like, essentially, when you get the turnip, you have an anti-turnip shine, like a technique, and you have lasers. It's just the idea of, like, lasering Peach over and over while having a turnip in your hand and being able to shine her turnips back is just deeply unfair. So, for both species. And so I would just say, like, especially when you're already in, like, the camping minigame, if you can get a turnip, it's so, so powerful. Really, really annoying for the Peach.
Oh, yeah, could you, like, go back to when I was trying to edgeguard her? Yeah, soon. Because I feel like in this position, I feel like there's nothing I can do, honestly. I tried to dare her, but that's not going to win most of the time.
Yeah, this position is actually kind of annoying to deal with. I think...
I feel like, honestly, it might be good to just try and retreat in general. And
no.
Well, only a little bit. Only a tiny bit so that you don't get hit by the up B, and then she's on the ledge.
So, what I would do here... I know what I would do here. And I would try to down air from on stage. Oh,
on stage. Okay.
Yeah, and so the argument is basically... I don't know if you've looked at Peach's up B, but when she up B's, right when she reaches the peak of her up B, there's this moment where she puts the parasol down before she puts it up again to float with. Right at the end of the up B. She, like, up B's, and then she, like, puts it away and then puts it back up. And there's this little window right after the peak of her up B where down air always just kills her.
Okay. I did not know that.
So you basically want to hit her like the exact moment right before she, like, falls. And it's actually really difficult for Peach to get a perfect sweet spot on the ledge, especially on Battlefield. So the odds of you actually getting the down air here are pretty good. And so I would just literally try to, like, time it. There's also a little bit of a cheat you can do here because Peach is floating at a height where she can't sweet spot. So she actually would need to drop and fast fall out of this to up B and sweet spot to the ledge. And you can sometimes cheat it by, like, looking at that as, like, a little cue. They try not to, like, oh, Falcos won't notice that. But watch.
Yeah.
So she was only able to do that because that was a punish. I need to show an up B from Peach so I can show, like, that spot where the parasol goes down.
Yeah, let's get into it frame by frame.
Wow, she grabbed ledge, like, perfectly. That was a crazy up B.
Okay, so like there.
But what I would say is I would dare there. There's a chance that it'll still trade. There's still a random chance that it can trade.
But and if she hits, that's great.
And if she hits you with it, the worst case is it resets to neutral.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
And I would do that because I feel like there's. I also think I think there's a decent chance to kill out of that. I also think that doing this, what you did, is good. All you had to do here was shine turnaround down air or shine back air, and it would have hit. Drop shine back air.
Yeah, because there I can easily shine. I guess I just wasn't confident enough.
Yeah, and so the only reason I wouldn't necessarily go for this is that I would be afraid to go for the ledge here. Something I would love to do here is I would, like, turn around like I'm gonna grab the edge and then just turn around again and down air. Because like you can kind of like bait them into doing it. And so the only important thing here is to not end up behind the umbrella. And that's the scary part of trying to, like, that's why I almost never actually do the wave dash to edge here, is because she can kind of, like, umbrella, like, here, and sometimes it'll just hit you backwards, and it does this weird, like, and then she's like, oh, yeah. I can get you, Falco, off stage.
Yeah.
So as long as you don't get reversaled here, you're good. But there's a couple options. And I would say I like the down air on stage a lot here. It puts a lot of pressure on the Peach to do, like, a hyper-precise up B.
Okay.
Oh no, this needs to be a high laser. So this is like a small detail. Is I always high laser here, always, always. Like right here, I laser right here. The reason for this,
she's probably gonna be jumping most of
the
the time.
reason for this is because she doesn't want to end up at this height where she's floating with her head sticking above the ledge, but she's not able to float on the stage. So she either wants to go to a perfectly low sweet spot to edge or going high. And so that's why I always shoot a laser right here ahead of time.
Okay, I see.
Because it's when she gets high enough up. Nah, you need to laser her. Like when she goes off stage here, my thought is always, I'm gonna take the float. I'm gonna take the float. So I'm like, she hasn't floated yet. That's important. So I jump like this. Okay, perfect. Immediately laser. I would immediately laser here and either go for a laser F tilt if I have a guaranteed combo, or a laser wait for air dodge.
Okay.
Good. She has nothing. Oh, and then right here, really easy edge guard on Peach that works every time. Instead of grabbing the edge early here, all you have to do is right here, you shine right there. Maybe like right there. Right above the ledge. You just shine stall right there, and you'll actually be able to like hold it for like long enough to you'll just be falling like next to her essentially, and you'll be able to react and back air like almost like 95+% of the time. I almost never miss that edge guard. A lot of times I will even like rinse repeat it, where I'll hit her off with the back air and then just do it again. Because she really doesn't. I do it with Fox too. She doesn't really have a lot of good options there. And now it's camp time. Laser. No. And the thing is this was basically a perfect neutral opening from you. Like, this is exactly like... This is... Okay, so this is the type of thing that, like, kind of just happens in tournament. Like, you just kind of, like, forgot about the... Like, you would forget about the game plan for a sec and hit this, and it's kind of like, yeah, like... Basically, even if I'm playing a match against Peach and I'm trying to be really disciplined, sometimes you just forget and you play an interaction like this. It's okay. But I would immediately go back to camping. Like, the camping is just always better. It's just like you played a higher risk interaction and won.
Yeah, because like it's tournament and I want to try and get stocks like quickly. So
yeah, the quickly thing is how they get you.
Yeah.
You can just actually Peach is like funny character. Where down air from ledge here is really good.
Yeah, when she's like
floating, when she's floating, and you can just go to the side plat or whatever.
Okay.
Or just ledge dash. That's also a good option. The double laser is broken against her if she's not standing right in your face. Probably down air here. Oh, that turn up timing was tricky. I don't blame you for getting hit by that. Oh, it's just every opening. You can just go to ledge here.
Yeah, let me see.
She's trying to hit this with a fair, but like... The funny part is she didn't commit far enough. She needs to be like here to hit it to ledge.
Okay.
It's just such an like she has to go out so far as Peach that a lot of times if you miss the fair on the low one, like if you read low and they go like 45 up, then like she's stuck out here. You fast fall the ledge and you can reversal her, which she does not like. So going to ledge is very powerful. Whoa.
Again, that down tilt, yeah.
And whenever, I would say, good kill. Whenever you feel even vaguely uncomfortable, even if it's not early percent, you can just go back to the laser camping.
Yeah.
There's always time to go back.
Yeah, then I just got
frustrating way to end it.
I know, right? He just pulls the stitch, I'm like, alright, screw it. He's up a clean stock.
I just realized we're like 10 minutes over, but it's not a big deal. I was just talking.
yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm actually going to a local in like 45 minutes or so.
Oh, nice. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just a little practice before tipped off. That'll be super fun.
Nice. Okay, yeah, good. I feel like we kind of went over pretty much everything that I want to talk about, and
yeah, I feel pretty happy.
You're doing a lot of stuff that is correct. I think like once you get the laser camp discipline down, and you're just like, what I want to see is at least once a game you go to the side plat, Peach float to center, and you hit her with a laser and then immediately approach her out of it from the side plat. I just want to see that because that is like an indication that like you are doing the side plat game correctly, because they will eventually give up and float to center like that.
Okay, all right, well, that's good. Well, that's nice because like he'll actually be at this local tonight, so at least I'll try and get some games in like and mess around with that.
Yeah, nice. And basically on FD, all of this advice is the same, except you full hop and you just have to play a slight mix up on every landing instead of getting a freebie with the side plat.
Instead of using the side,
But it's overall the same.
Okay, good. Because like sometimes I would feel a little hopeless in that stage as well.
Yeah, I think like doing making sure you do, especially when you're in the corner, make sure you dash full hop every time. Standing full hop, well, if you can. Standing full hop is just so much worse. The drift options are way less. So, okay, cool. Do you have any final questions or thoughts or concerns or anything?
Final questions? No. I think I'm all good for now. Yeah, gonna try and implement the stuff over the summer. See how it goes. Yeah, because there's so many Peaches here. So it's something I just had to do. Yeah, because like we also had Maybe here. He was living here for a few months, and and God, like 3 of our top 5 at one point were like Peaches, I swear.
So I actually do have one last note. If you are playing a Peach who is good, or I should say who is like around your skill and they're doing well, what it will look like is that you camp them for 2 minutes, slowly build it up, get like your up smash at 140 or something, you come back at like 10% on your second stock, and you're at 10% when they come back for their second stock. You do the laser camp again, you miss one button and they insta kill you. It's just very important not to get that doesn't mean the plan isn't working.
Yeah, it just means that he beat you there. It happens.
Yeah, he just beat you there. It happens. It doesn't mean the plan is wrong. You don't need to go in and fight. It's really common that Falcos will do this they do it against Puff too, where the Falco plays it perfectly for 2 stocks, gets rested once and gimped once. Now it's 2 stocks to 2, but instead of just doing the camping strategy and taking the next 2 stocks for free, they will then be like, well, I put in 4 minutes to take 2 stocks. They took my 2 stocks in 10 seconds. So, like, what's up with that? And they'll kind of just start playing bad or, like, wrong. But it's important to just remember that, like, anything they get against you, like, good for them. The plan never changes. Never changes.
Exactly. Yeah. You can still get outplayed even when doing the proper game plan.
Exactly. It's just important not to let them throw you off that game plan because they'll just do, like, dash attack, down smash, and the down smash will stage spike you and you'll die after 2.5 minutes of camping them. And you just need to be like, nice, they got one.
Yeah, you need to get over it.
They'll never touch me for the rest of the game. That's something that helps me. Is every time they get a kill, I'm like, okay, well, they just won't do a single point of damage for the rest of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Just be like, well, that's glad you got that. And enjoy while it lasted.
Exactly. And
okay.
I think I mentioned it in the lesson yesterday. I'm not sure if I mentioned it today. That when it takes them 2 minutes to get a neutral opener, or a minute and a half or whatever, they're way more likely to just whiff their punish.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
But it's important.
When we're not used to when you haven't been comboing someone the past minute, you kind of get maybe a little cold almost.
Exactly. But the important part is when they get this combo on you, and then they drop it, don't counterattack. You got to go back to camping. Because when you counterattack, they're like, oh, like I missed, but they just gave it back, like, thank you. And if you go back to camping, they literally just, like, get attacked by depression. Because they're just like, finally got him, and I couldn't get my kill, and now he's camping again. Yeah. That's what you want. But
okay. All right. Yeah, I think, that the game plan against Peach is surprisingly simple.
Very simple. Just repetitive. Very repetitive.
Yeah. Don't get antsy.
Yeah. Takes a long time.
Get that damage, Full hop away, go to the side plats.
Every piece of damage is good.
Yeah, exactly. And don't get too beaten up when they combo you. It's okay. That happens.
Yeah, like no, they'll just hit you with the down smash, dash attack, up air, wheat nair, and they're just like, and it's just like, that's cool, man. I'm gonna go back to camping.
Combo the hell out of you, and you have to accept that. That's just how this game is. Characters will mess you up. Any character can just mess you up. It's fine.
Exactly. All right.
All right. Good. Cool. Well, I'm feeling pretty good then.
Good talking, man.
Thank you. I
Good
appreciate it.
lesson, and I'll talk to you later.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. You take care.
You too. Peace.
Bye.